What is going on, everyone? This is the most unknown motovlogger slash gamer in the world, Harlan XP, and welcome to my channel. Now, today's episode, we are going to go over a couple of different things, starting with basically who I am, along with why I did a name change, what my future plans are with the channel, what happened at the beginning of the year with my motorcycle, and those future plans, along with a couple other details that we will get into further along in the video. So sit back, relax, and let's level up together. Alright, let's do a quick brief history of me. I am in my 30 plus years of age. Now, I know I just don't want people to actually know my age, but my 30 plus years. So, there's that. Two, I am in beautiful Florida, especially the southwest area of Florida. Now, I do like the culture-ish. It just depends on exactly where you go, but we can get more into that at a later date. I do have a background that's very extensive. I did serve time as a United States Marine. I also have a very extensive background with so many different things that have to do with construction, along with electrical, and also on top of that, I did do a small stint on doing over-the-road trucking. So why I'm waiting here, why I'm picking up materials and all that, let's go over a couple different things. Why did I do a name change? Well, I did a name change because unfortunately the nerd biker thing just wasn't really who I was. It was more of a thought process, and then I had the realization I am much more than that. Now, I do have all my fun-filled hobbies, do like my TCG, along with playing video games, doing stuff on a motorcycle, which, like I said, we will get into why I don't have it anymore, along with also driving my truck, being outdoors. There's just so many different things that I am, and every episode is going to be a possibility of leveling up my life, along with taking you guys along for that ride. Right, now that we're loaded up, alright. Now we gotta go out to Sanibel and drop that off because I already did everything else. Cool, off to Sanibel. Alright, so now we gotta go do one more delivery, but I figured since I'm already out here and we're about to get to it, I might as well talk about it just to give you guys some brief history down here in Southwest Florida. So back in 22, September 28th is when Hurricane Ian came across our area. So that was one of the deadliest hurricanes recorded since like the 1930s, 37 or something like that. But anyways, everywhere that we're driving right now and looking at literally was underwater for days, maybe weeks and all that. I mean, there's some buildings and all that though were very popular. They're still rebuilding out here. Like, you got all that and they're still doing stuff too. But yeah, I mean, all these people and all that at one point were actually trapped out on this island with nobody to be able to come and get. So as we're getting closer and all that, so the bridge that we're about to go over, this causeway that we're about to go over, that connects Sanibel to basically Fort Myers. So during Ian, this whole entire bridge itself, or bridges, I think it was either multiple bridges or it was the one bridge, but there's literally this bridge on the other side, and then it drops down, another bridge drops down, and or it all goes, I don't know, either which way. But during that time, during Ian, these bridges and all that were, I believe all of them were actually had a collapse, completely cutting off everyone from Sanibel over here to the actual mainland of Florida, kind of, in a way. We'll just put it that way because it's easier. But yeah, literally all this stuff during Ian was underwater. I don't remember, I'm sure I'll put a fact thing up there, but I think it took them less than 8 weeks under the governor's order to get these bridges built back, so that way they could have people come across it again. But yeah, I think it was, I want to say it was all 3 bridges or just one, but they redid the other bridges too, something like that. I don't know, I'll have to look it up, but I'll show pictures of it and everything else. But since we're on very slow digression back, so my bike situation. All right, so what had happened at the beginning of the year was that I was approached by a guy that was trying to find my bike. All right, my bike's at the garage. Well, basically he had a repo order to take it for non-payment, which definitely was my fault. I'm not going to blame the repo guy, he's just doing his job. But the company itself, I was maybe a month behind and would not work with me on the whole entire situation whatsoever. So now, look at all the people fishing. So now I went ahead and gave the bike back to the company that I had the loan through. Luckily enough, I was allowed to take off my slip-on exhaust, basically any other parts that I had put on the bike. This, of course, was after the fact of being told, hey, they're gonna get police involved and search your house. Which, come to find out from the guy, basically what happens is that he would go in, try to repo a motorcycle. They couldn't find the bike. They'd have a search warrant happen, I guess, and they searched the house for all the missing parts. I don't know if that's legal or anything else like that, but that's what happened. Now, what the plan is to figure out what type of bike I want next. I love my Harleys, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff I want to do on a sports bike. So I might get both or one for now, or I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Hopefully I can become popular enough to where I have no issue getting a bike, but I am looking probably to get a 636 or something. Now, as far as my bike content, I do want to do more traveling. I would love to come across this whole entire thing on a bike and all the way up through Sanibel up to Captiva and turn it back around and come back through, because it's only one way in, one way out. But there's, like I said, there's aspects that I really want to do with my motovlogs that I'm gonna have to figure out as soon as I get a bike again. So hopefully very, very soon there will be a bike back on the channel. If not, multiple bikes, I don't know yet. We'll start off with one, we'll work to multiple, but that is the plan. I don't know if I want to get into doing dumb stuff like stunt riding, which I would love to do because I never was allowed as a kid to do it, or get into racing. Might as well add another license to my long list of licenses that I already have. Might as well. But either which way, it's going to be a great time eventually when I get the bike again. Alright, now to finally get to the nitty-gritty, and the very last thing to explain in this episode is basically what I'm in now, which is my 2023 Ram. Now I'm going to go into more details about it in a later video and all that, but at the same time I am possibly doing some DIY upgrades to it. I just don't know when or how exactly, because at the same aspect I don't really know if I actually want to keep the truck. It is a great truck. It's not a Hemi, it's a V6, but I'm a poor person, so V6 is all I could afford. But it's still a very fun truck to drive. But at the end of it all, though, is that I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do to it, whether or not if I'm actually gonna keep it, because if I get a new motorcycle, then from that new motorcycle I'll probably get rid of this and get just a regular car. If not, I will get, possibly, I want to get a Sprinter van, either a Dodge, wink wink, hint hint, Dodge, hit me up, hit your boy up, Sprinter van, but one of the bigger ones, so then that way I have enough room to fit maybe 1 or 2 bikes and travel wherever I need to. And then if I want to do a huge family travel and all that, then maybe if we get further along in this, then it's probably gonna end up being a actual RV trailer setup, you know, just all the fun stuff, anything possible. But the whole point of it, the whole point of the channel at the end of the day is that I want to be able to take you guys on a adventure showing how, regardless of your age, you can always level up your life and bring it to a new. So with that being said, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on the next level.